promised. I told you I'm gonna start going live a lot more. Need to get more acquainted with a lot of you all that support my channel and watch the channel. So I said, you know what? Let me do another pop-up live. Give y'all some more of this midnight love, this midnight heat, this midnight action. You know what I mean? I know people are like, oh man, I cannot believe it. Some people missed the live last night. We had a good time. We stayed on for a couple hours. Gave, a few people some entertainment, if you will. Working them long shifts. Driving all them miles on the road. Whatever the case may be. Gave you an opportunity to hone in, to chime in, and take your mind off whatever your mind may be on. Only thing I ask is, man, y'all double tap that screen, man. We need all the likes that we can get, man. I'm trying to get to 50,000 this year. 50,000 subs, and I can't do it without you all. My dog Dreams, what's good? 392, I know you pulling that 12-hour shift. Scat Pack, getting that money. Getting that money. Keep getting it. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx. What up, April? 502, how's the weather? Well, I know the weather's bad, but I'm saying down here in Lexington, a lot of the main roads are clear. It's just these side roads. I got stuck a couple times earlier. But besides that, all is well. Out here doing this 12-hour security shift. Also doing DoorDash as we speak. You got to get it. You got to get it, man. As much as we all probably wish that money would just fall out of the sky, just don't work that way, man. I respect you, man. Much love to you, bro. Let's see. April 5081 cold. Yeah, it is cold. It's definitely cold, but snowed a little bit earlier here, but wasn't anything that we couldn't handle, so everything's everything. Hopefully, don't get too bad. As I was saying, man, I really been trying to upload a video all day long. I'm not sure what's going on with the internet. I tried on my Wi-Fi. I tried every possible thing that I could do to upload this video, and it just won't upload. So at some particular moment, don't know if it'll be within the next hour, the next 2 hours, the next 4 hours. Whenever it uploads, it uploads. So it's gonna drop whenever it uploads, man. I told you I'm trying to get to 50,000 this year, 50,000 subscribers. So whatever I gotta do, if I gotta start going live 3, 4, 5 days a week, if I gotta drop 3 or 4 or 5 videos a day, if that's what it takes, then that's what we're gonna do. Now every video obviously can't be 30 minutes or better, but we are here to entertain the people. Let's see who's in the house, man. You know what I mean? Bro, I just moved and now I'm paying $3,500 a month rent. So no time to slack. Absolutely, man. $3,500, man. You in New York, shoot in Kentucky. You paying $3,500, man. You gonna live in something, man, extravagant. You know what I mean? For $3,500 here, you gonna live in something extravagant, man. But keep getting that bread, man. Like I said, I respect you, bro. I definitely do. Who else is in the house, man? Cool Cat Wayness. Let's see what he said. Real Kenz, what's happening? This is Cool Cat Wayness from Naptown, listening, taking a couple shots of tequila on this winter night. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. No better time to take a couple shots of tequila. Shout out to Naptown, man. What's that, 317? I believe that's 317. My partner lives in Naptown. Doug 009, what up, good brother? How are you? Love your channel. I appreciate it, man. I love the fact that you take time out of your busy schedule to listen to the channel and to chime in. Thank you. I definitely am appreciative. Marshall 5762, what do you do that entertains the people? I just get on here and talk. I don't know. You're on here for a reason, evidently, so you must be entertained. Respectfully. Red Tablet Talk, what's good, man? You'll get there, Kenz. Absolutely, I'm gonna get there, man. You know, a lot of times, man, we want what we want, and we want it now. It's my money, and I want it now. Y'all double tap that screen, though, man. Let's get these likes up. I need 1,000 likes tonight. But nah, man, it's YouTube is a process. I talked about it last night on my live. YouTube is a process. You know, last year at this time, my numbers was sky high. You couldn't tell me that right now I wouldn't be at 30,000 subscribers right now, at least. It's just the up and down. It's just like life, you know. Some days chicken, some days feathers, man. You know, it's up and down. All types of people try to tell you what to do, and I take heed to some of the advice that people give me, but you got certain people that try to tell you how to conduct your channel and how to run your channel, and they don't got 10 subscribers. But at the same time, I don't know everything, so I listen. So I say to myself, I say, Kenz, the only way that I can get to the next level is just post, man. And that's what I'm about to do, is just post. Y'all gonna probably get tired of seeing my face, man. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna continue to post until I get there. Again, ain't nobody gonna just give it to me. I got to make it do what it do. Let's see who else is in the building. But I appreciate y'all definitely chiming in. Tiny Let Loose, Crenshaw District, South Central Los Angeles, tapping in. Shout out to the West Coast, man. Still ain't been to the West Coast. It's on my bucket list to get to the West Coast. Never been out west. Definitely gonna get there. Once again, shout out Crenshaw District, South Central LA is definitely in the building, man. $3,500 is a house payment for a really big house. What's up, my dogs? At Wit KY 22? Yeah, $3,500, man. That's a nice mortgage. That's a nice mortgage. But you know, he is in New York, so. But yeah, that's a very nice mortgage. It's in Kentucky anyway. Marshall 5762 says, so nothing. You want to get on live and do nothing 5 days a week. Ha ha ha. I mean, wouldn't you? You've seen some of the YouTube checks that I've seen. You would probably want to do the same thing. Love from Shreveport, Louisiana. Keep going, brother. I appreciate that, man. I don't want to, what's it? Troop Next, TREUPP Next. I ain't want to mispronounce your name. I probably did, but I appreciate that, bro. Red Tablet Talk. I was born in Shreveport. Okay, that's another place I want to get to. Well, New Orleans. Never been. Don't quit your day job if you have one to start with. Again, I'm gonna let this weirdo live. I ain't even gonna. He's obviously trying to get blocked. He's trolling, so I'm gonna just ignore him. Kevin Jeffries, 7884. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you forevermore. I appreciate that. Amen. Appreciate you, bro. We came across your channel cuz me and my homies tapped in. Bet. I had to, it taught me, it took me a second to catch on what you were saying, man. I definitely appreciate that, bro. I definitely appreciate that. 3,500 normal here, cuz. LA, yeah, 3,500. I would definitely say that that's probably normal. New York and LA. I don't know about Miami, but yeah, 3,500 for rent. So that's normal, man. If I'm paying 3,500 here, I'm probably gonna live in a. I ain't exaggerating. It kind of depends though, because if I got a mortgage, depends on what I put down on the house, but nothing astronomical as far as the down payment. I'm probably living in a 3,500. I'm probably living in a $450,000, $500,000 house. Now that's a lot. Again, California, $500,000 house probably ain't, but in Kentucky, $500,000 house, man, you gonna get some nice square footage, man. But whatever the case may be, man, dude's doing what he got to do, and that's just what it is, man. Okay, Kenz, they trolling. Still no moderator. I got moderators. I never know when I'm gonna go live, so I just pop up. I'll remove them in a minute. I know how to get them off here. I'm letting them have their little fun or whatever. Cleveland's in the building. Trey Lane 6050. What's good, bro? What's good with it, man? Dreams, 392, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Do inmates retaliate on other inmates for causing a lockdown? Give me just a second. I'm going to get to that. Definitely, that's going to be the first question that I answer. Do inmates retaliate on other inmates for causing a lockdown? Definitely going to answer that. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell y'all, man. See, Kentucky prisons are different from, and I've never been in a prison in a different state, man. But I will if y'all don't double tap that screen and get these likes up, man. I might be in a prison near you. Nah, let me not even joke like it. But in all seriousness, from what I hear, how things are in different states, Kentucky prisons are not really structured the way that maybe California prisons or prisons on the West Coast are structured. You know, there's not really a whole lot of shot callers. Not in the state. Probably in the feds, because you got Big Sandy in the feds. One of the worst, most violent prisons in the U.S. Y'all can Google Big Sandy. Thank goodness I've never been there. I'm sure that you have shot callers on the yard there, but in the state, from what I've seen, I haven't ran across too many shot callers. There's a whole lot of business, a whole lot of transactions that go on the yard. So to definitively answer your question, I really can't definitively answer your question, if that makes any sense, because I'm sure that if you mess up enough business, enough money by doing something that totally makes no sense whatsoever, you cause this dude $5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, because the yard gets locked down for 7 days because you ran up on somebody and tried to unalive them, but yet you didn't get caught up or whatever. So you're still on the yard and everybody knows that you did it. It is possible that people will be looking at you like, bro, you owe me this money. You don't have no way to pay that type of money. So guess what? They're going to roll you off the yard. They're going to probably do something to you. Again, Kentucky prisons are not really structured that way. Not to say that Kentucky prisons are soft, because there's no such thing as a soft prison. You have prisons that are harder than other prisons, but it really just depends on where you at, if that makes any sense to you. Try to do something like that in California or maybe New York or somewhere that has shot callers, and you've done what you've done without getting permission or without speaking to them first or getting the green light, man, you're going to get dealt with, from what I understand. You see, one thing about me, I'm never going to jump on here and try to make it seem as though, it's way more than what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, prison is just terrible it's not a good place to go to, period. No matter where you at, man. Prison is always going to be violent, but there's levels to it, man. Can't just thinking, go in prison thinking that you running something and that you march to the beat of your own drum because you will politely learn your lesson, for lack of better terms, man. Trey Lane 6050, keep doing your thing. Big ups to you. I appreciate you, bro. 1000% gangland out here, homie. State prison way worse. Yeah, I've seen San Quentin, Pelican Bay, Folsom, all gangland. Yeah. I definitely have seen the shows, Gangland. I've seen all of that on TV. And I used to be in prison, and I was always fascinated by those shows. A lot of people in prison, they watch them, but then you have some that's like, man, you in prison. Why you want to watch prison shows? I don't know. I was fascinated by them or whatever. I've never been in a gang, never really aspired to be in a gang, but my partner, man, R.I.P., man, Chi-Town. He from the Chi, a.k.a. Skull. He's from, what is it, Cabrini Greens? Is that what it is in Chicago? I've never been. I think it's Cabrini Greens. And he used to always tell me that, he said, Kenz, man, I admire the fact that as long as we've been doing time together, man, he's a 5-star general, man, Vice Lord, man. He said, you never tried to get initiated in the Vice Lord. You never tried to get me to, swear you in or initiate you in or whatever. I was just, because that's really not me, man. You know what I mean? No knock to it, but it's just not my thing, man. So, yeah, I've never really been in a gang, but they have gangs here. It's just not heavily populated. My dog's in the building. Y'all give a shout out to Jay Williams, man. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life, is in the building. What up, Jay? I ain't doing nothing, man. As you see, just now getting off. I can't wait to do that interview, bro. I have to say, man, F work, and let's just do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all about Jay. I want to say it was last night in my live, but I'll say it again while he's on there, man. Jay's just such a genuine guy, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't need me. The guy got almost 400,000, might have 400,000 subs. I don't know. But he told me, he said, we're going to get this interview in, man, and I'm going to give you my word, man. And before I interview anybody else, I want to get to you, but it was just that at the time I ended up having to work. Then he hit me on another night, like, you ready to do this interview? And I was at work again. But I appreciate that, Jay, man. Salute to you, bro. Like, you definitely a real one, man. We got to have a talk again, man. One of them, I ain't been on the phone in a while, man. I'm inspired or whatever. So shout out to Jay, man. Jay Williams. Plus, I've been using that InShot on my thumbnails, man. Got to get you to show me a couple more things, though. Who else is in the building, man? We doing the Q&A, man. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all want to know, y'all ask. I don't know, Patriots Pride 6427. That sound like some funniness, man. That sound like some funniness, man. Absolutely, Jay. I ain't doing nothing, man. Just getting off. I said I'm gonna go live. I've been trying to upload a video since 4 o'clock this afternoon. My internet's acting crazy, so I said, man, let me jump on here, man, and just interact with the people, man, mingle with the people, trying to get more acclimated or whatever. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subs this year, so the only way I'm gonna get there, can't cry my way there. I'm gonna just grind, go live. I don't care if I got to do 3-4 videos a day, whatever it takes. I'm trying to get to 50 this year, man. Y'all ask me whatever y'all want to ask me, man. Like I said, this is a Q&A session, man. Whatever y'all want to know. I was one of those people that Toledo, Ohio's in the building. Derek Hayes, what's good, bro? 419 Toledo. How's the weather up there? Daniel Skelton, what up, Daniel? Appreciate you chiming in, tuning in. You keep asking all these YAG questions, Patriot Pride. Are you a troll? Let's get you out of here. Now, give me a second. Let me get this weirdo out of here. Give me just a second. I'm gonna give him what he wants. I guess that's his highlight of the night. So let's get him on out of here. But yeah, so a lot of people, like, I used to really be fascinated with, like, prison channels, man. Like, they just, even before I went to channel, because I was one of those people that thought, like, people are really in prison with their backs against the wall, just fighting for their lives. And I'm not saying that it's not like that in certain prisons. Definitely not saying that. But when I went to prison and I seen, like, so when you get off the Grey Goose, that's what they call it, it's the bus. So on the movies, on the TV shows or whatever, they always got the music playing in the background, country music or whatever, and they driving through these like long country roads or whatever. There's no traffic. Then you pull up and you see all that barbed wire. But that's really how it was. And so when I got there, I'm like, wow, this is crazy, man. I'm really in prison. See, I didn't come up going to like getting in trouble as a child or a juvenile or whatever. So when I went to prison, I had never served more than 37 days in the county jail. And the only reason I served 37 days because it was like a fine or something that I owed. And the judge was tired of playing with me or whatever. So she made me do like I was supposed to do 90 days and I ended up getting 90 days and I did 37 days. But I'm in prison and I'm just like, I cannot believe that I finally arrived. It's not like it's something that I was proud of. And just to go in and I'm seeing this person, like, man, I seen dude on the news. Man, I seen this dude, he unalived, 4 people on the news. You're seeing these people. You're standing right beside them. You're sleeping right beside them. The very next morning that I had been to prison, when I got to prison, which is the Rotary Farm, a.k.a. LaGrange or whatever. That's where you go and get processed. You get classified. They decide based upon your point score or whatever where you're going to go serve your time at. So your first couple of days there is hectic. You're going to medical, you're going to orientation, you're going to meet with this person, that person. You got to meet your caseworker. You got to sign up to get classified. So your first 48 hours is just constant movement. Every time you lay down, it's time to get up. Now, you're in a 100-man dorm, as I explained last night. 100-man dorm. 50 on the left side, 50 on the right side. You got 4 phones. You're lucky if all 4 work. You got 1 TV. You got a couple JPay machines on the wall, which is no more than a computer, basically, that's mounted to the wall. And you can email your people and they can email you and you can receive pictures. And you got a 15-minute limit on the JPay machine. After 15 minutes, you can't get back on for like 30 minutes. Black Spartan 6, what's good, G? I ain't doing nothing, man. Just telling people about my first couple days in prison. My first time going. And so I go to medical. Got to go to medical. You got to give blood and things of that nature. So I'm standing there in the hallway because like inside the actual medical office is full. So you have to stand outside in the hallway, man. And I see 2 dudes. They kind of just, you could tell that it was friction. 2 black dudes. One dude, he's probably the one that really had the static. He was about, I can't say he was 5'11". He was really probably 5'11", but I can't give him 5'11". So I'm going to say he was 6 foot because people that's 5'11" don't act that way. He's running his mouth. Like I said, black dude, you can tell he worked out. He's all cut up or whatever. I don't know. He may have been 27, 28 years old. And then there was another dude. The other dude that he had the friction with, he's trying to, keep things cool. Like, bro, just, what I'm saying? We got a problem. We can handle it later on. Or, we can wait till we get back to the dorm or when we get it. Well, they weren't in the same dorm, but when we go to rec or... But the other dude, he's just loud, just running it, man. Other dude, he probably ain't about 5'8", 5'9", maybe 170 pounds, 175, 180 pounds. The other dude was he was over 200 pounds. So he's just running and running. So dude was just like, man, forget it, man. I got to do what I got to do. Because the big dude, he took his shirt off right there in the hallway. He's looking for attention. He's looking, there's cameras everywhere. Why are you taking your shirt off? Why are you going through this right now? It's my second day in prison, early in the morning, going to medical, as I previously mentioned. He didn't know what the little dude, the smaller dude, knew. The big dude, he runs up on him, man. When I tell you, the little dude kicked him in his chest. In prison in Kentucky, they give you these black boots called Bob Barker boots. He kicked him square in the chest. When he kicked him in the chest, you could just see like all of the life just fall out of him. He goes up against the wall. Boom. He goes up against the wall. The little dude, he knew how to use his hands. He knew how to box. See, a lot of people, it's easy to judge a book by its cover. Smaller dude's working with him. I'm talking about, man, he's right in front of him. He's like, his footwork, you could just tell, like he's just pounding the dude. He's beating the living snot out of the dude. He beat him so bad, man, that, you know, they called the Signal 7. Signal 7 at the medical. Signal 7 at the medical. You know, Signal 7 means stop what you're doing. For y'all that don't know about Signal 7, t-shirts coming soon. Merch coming soon. They called it Signal 7 and you know, they came and they broke it up. But just during that short amount of time, to just see somebody just get beat like that. Like, I've seen so many different individual beatings in prison. It's crazy. It's crazy because people have a propensity to put on what's called a demo. I'm gonna put this demo on. You're not gonna mess with me no more. So, to stop anybody else from messing with me or fooling with me or whatever, I'm gonna beat this dude to death. A couple days later, I'm in the dorm. You only get 1 hour a day out for rec when you're at the Rotary Farm. 1 hour a day. So I'm in the dorm, and little young dude, he's not that young, he's probably 30, 28, 29, 30. He's on the J-Pay machine. As I mentioned, the J-Pay machine is mounted to the wall, and your family, they can send you pictures. It costs the money. Everything in prison is about money. And so, absolutely, he messed around and found out. And so, hold on, y'all, I'm trying to block somebody. Now, give me just a second. Just a second. And so he's on the J-Pay machine or whatever, and he's looking at the pictures, and there's an older dude that walks past. The older dude's probably, he got to be 50. Maybe 6 foot, scraggly beard. Ain't bothering nobody. He just walks past, man. He's like, hey, man, nice family. Something as simple as that in prison can get your whole wig split. LA's in the building once again. Thriller DX DJ Hands. What's up? What's up, bro? I appreciate you chiming in. 3rd, 4th day in prison. Man, nice family, man. So the dude continues his call, whatever, because he's on a call with the people. They're going to charge you about $15 for a call, but he's on like a video call. I guess the pictures was popping up on the screen. I don't know. I ain't never used that video shit. Nevertheless, about 7, 8 minutes later, the call ends. Young dude, man, he's pissed. Young dude's probably about 5'9", 5'10". Skinny dude, got like a little short haircut, got a little chin strap beard. Couldn't have been weighing nothing, but at best, he's 170 pounds. At best. And so, he gets to yelling and screaming. He's like, hey, what type of dude is you, man? So the older dude, he's like, what? He's like, man, what type of dude is you? A pervert or something? Those are my kids. So the older dude is like, I'm sorry. I was just saying you had a nice family. Man, you don't be looking at my kids on the screen, man. It's like a real life, like a computer monitor. Appreciate that, man. Just shouting you out, fam. I rock with you with your content. It does get me through the work week. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. That's why I missed the 30 minutes of Betterman. I definitely appreciate you. And so he's yelling at the dude, the older dude, and the older dude is genuinely confused. Like, man, I don't even know what I did. The older dude got to be weighing in at about 2. I don't know. He had to have been every bit of 230. But he had a gut. You could tell that he clearly didn't work out or whatever. So the young dude's like, no, get back here to the bathroom. Now, the bathroom's at the very back of the dorm. Because it's like a long hall. You got 50 beds on the left side, 50 beds on the right side. So the bathroom's at the very end of the dorm. That's where everybody goes and kicks it. As weird as it may sound, you got people that smoking their cigarettes or they blacking mouths or whatever they smoking, or you might see somebody in a chair getting a haircut. They don't give you clippers there. What they do is you pop the razor out of the house, put it in one of them little black combs or whatever, and you get the fades or whatever. Sharp lines with the blade, with the razor blade. So you're not supposed to do it. So it's, what's going on in the bathroom. You probably got like 5 toilets, 5 sinks. You got a shower that holds maybe 7, 8 people, whatever. Get on back here to this bathroom, man. The older dude's like, man, I'm not about to fight you. He goes and he sits down on his bunk. His bunk is probably like halfway through the aisle. So you got a dude, man, and he jumps up. I forgot his name, but he was from Louisville. Shout out to Louisville, 502. He jumps up and he's like, nah, if you don't go back here and fight him, you getting on the door, or we all gonna stomp you out. Now, he was kind of deep. He's the barber. He cutting everybody's hair. Got tattoos everywhere. He could hoop. He probably like 6'2", 6'3", play basketball every day. One of them dudes, the only white dude on the court. One of the only white dudes on the court. But he was cool, and he didn't play no games. He was zesty, though. He was zesty. He was taking showers with boys. I'm going to tell y'all about that, too, since we on here. I'm going to tell y'all about that just as well. He was taking showers with boys. But he was open with it. He didn't really talk about it, but he was just, clearly, he wasn't trying to hide anything. He's telling dude, man, you going to get back there and you go fight him, or you getting on this door. Dude's like, bro, I don't even want no trouble, man. Nah, dude is calling you out. See, in prison, if somebody's calling you out and you don't want to fight, it's kind of like, well, I mean, I don't know. New Jersey's in the building. What's good, James W. Alexander? Appreciate you, bro. 7583. So it got to the point to where the peer pressure was so high, he said, okay, I'm going to go on back here to this bathroom. He really didn't want to fight, man, at all. The older dude did not want to fight, but he was not trying to get on the door, and then he wasn't trying to fight 4 or 5 other individuals. He gets to the bathroom. Nobody's crowding around, because if you crowd around in the cameras, they're constantly watching the cameras. They're going to know something's going on. So people are watching, but they're watching on a discreet level, man. Y'all rock with me, man. Real Kenz TV's live, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Respectfully. I'm on the top bunk, so I can see everything's going on, but I'm really not. I mean, I don't, see no evil, hear no evil. I mind my business or whatever, but I can't help but see because I'm right there. Little dude, he's yelling and screaming like he's on wrestling or some wrestling. You want to know something, brother? You looking at my family, brother? And the older dude is saying, hey, man, listen, man, it's not that deep. Young dude already had his shirt off. It's not that deep, bro. I was not looking at your family like that. I walked past and no, man, what are you, a pervert? What are you? Young dude runs up on the big dude, on the older dude. Runs up on him and he swings. The older dude sidesteps him. You could tell that he knew something just by the sidestep. He sidestepped him. When he sidestepped him, he didn't just move to the side. He was right-handed, so when he sidestepped him, he put his hand up to defend his, his ear, the side of his face. He sidesteps him. Dude rushes him. He misses him when he swings. When I tell you, he hit that boy so hard, man. He hit that young dude so hard, I cannot believe that the young dude didn't go to sleep. Boom! Hit him. He falls instantly to the ground, like his whole knees, legs just buckled. I'm right there. I'm on the top rack, so I'm looking, man, but I'm not trying to, look too hard. And he's on top of him because the young dude wasn't on his back. He's like his knees buckled, but he's trying to get up. The old dude, boom, hit him again. Every time he hit him, he kept trying to get up. Instead of just laying there, the old dude wasn't going to stomp him out, but the young dude's pride, so he kept trying to get up. And every time he would try to get up, he was getting punished, man. Baltimore's in the building. Shout out to Baltimore. He was getting punished, man. I don't know how the COs knew something was going on because nobody said anything. Again, the old dude, he was hitting him, but he wasn't really, trying to. He could have really just demolished him. People's come in. They come in with they carry these burst spray. Look like the motherfucking fire extinguisher on your hip or something of the sorts. They come in, they spraying everybody's coughing. Police, they love to do that. They didn't even have to do it because the old dude had backed up like, hey man, I don't want no trouble. He got down on the ground. Police came in, he's trigger happy. He's spraying anyway. Didn't even have to do it. And so, square up. Yeah, I might go over the square up situation tonight. We here, man. We rocking, man. And so, police came in, they sprayed. So when they carrying the old dude out, man, everybody's cheering him on like, yeah. Then the young dude, he looking all silly. He got snot running down his face from being sprayed in the face with the burst spray. He got blood running down his face. And he's looking real silly. So halfway through, like they get him halfway through the aisle, like, Coasting, what is that smell, man? What's that smell? You look on the ground, and you see literally down his pants leg, the old dude that hit him so hard that the dude shit on himself, man. Literally. And we got to be in the dorm and smell it until they get the hazmat team to come in there and clean it up, man. It wasn't one of the worst beatings that I've seen, but it was one of the funniest, probably well-deserved beatings that I've seen because he didn't know that this old dude had hands, man. He didn't even know. I mean, if you looked at the dude, he just looked like the nicest of guys, like, and it's crazy, man. He hit that dude so hard. And see, at the Rotary Farm, there's so many fights. It's Signal 7s all day long. Signal 7 in Unit E, Signal 7 in Unit F, Signal 7 in Unit A. That's all you hear all day long. The hole is so full, they don't have time to they don't even have the room to continuously throw people in the hole. So typically what they'll do is they'll just move you to the other side of the yard or whatever. Make sure y'all not even remotely close to each other. And I seen they were both white, but I seen the young dude the next day. And he was outside and he was like, yeah, man, dude fucked me up, man. He ain't had no choice but to be humble, man. Things can go bad really quickly in prison. Every day you just seen fights. Every day it's just violence. And especially at that Rotary Farm, because you're not even separated, as I already mentioned. You might be going to a camp. You got 7, 8 years, 10 years, or whatever. You do 20% of your time before you go for parole in Kentucky prison. You might be going up, you might be in a camp, or camp status rather, but you sleeping right next to it because they going to pack them bunks in. Locking people up is a business. So they're going to pack the beds right next to each other. 3-4 feet away, you roll over and see this dude, man, he got 400 years, man. No exaggeration. When you really think about it, what's the difference between 400 years and 100 years? 200 years. 60 years. You sleeping right there beside him. Damn, man, I'm in there for some... they sent you to prison in Kentucky for being an habitual offender for driving on suspended license too many times. You get caught 3 times driving on suspended within a 5-year period, 1 to 5. And you better hope that's your first offense because they're going to hit you with a PFO, which is a sentence enhancement. It's called persistent felony offender. If it's your second felony within a 5-year window period, instead of facing 1 to 5 on the lightest charges you would possibly be facing, now you're facing 5 to 10. If it's your third felony within that time frame, now you're facing 10 to 20. Sentence enhancements. That's how they keep these prisons full, man. Enhancing sentences. A sentence that you've already served your time for, but they're gonna come back and say, well, guess what, man? What up, James? What's good with you, bro? Justine. Hello, Justine. How you doing? Shout out to Justine, y'all James's daughter. So here it is. You served your time for this charge. You went and did 4 years. You did your 4 years. You came home. You didn't serve your time out. You was on parole. Let me tell you how it works, y'all. Y'all rock with me, man. So you did your 4 years. You come home. They used to keep you on parole in Kentucky until your max date. So if you had a 10-year sentence, you already done 4. You're gonna stay on parole for 6 years. Now they cut it down to your minimum, but it used to be your maximum date. So let's just say you come home and you got to do another 3 years on parole. You do your 4 years, no problem, bro. You do your 4 years, and you come home, you walk down parole for 3 years, no problems, no situations or whatever. Out of the system. You get your golden seal from the signed by the governor. 7 years, you ain't had no charges or anything. You got to go another 5 years from the day that you got your golden seal until you're outside of the box, outside of the range of being able to be hit with a sentence enhancement. I done seen it happen. Dude had been on probation. What dude had actually been home for 4 years and 10 months. He had 2 more years or 2 more months. Actually, it was less than 60 days. He had less than 60 days. Then he wouldn't have been eligible to be hit with a sentence enhancement. He catches a bogus charge or whatever. Not bogus, but he did something he wasn't supposed to do. He was wrong. Instead of facing that 1 to 5, now he's facing 5 to 10. He ended up having to take like 7 years. That's how they keep the beds filled in prison. Do some people deserve? Listen, I'm no judge. I'm not, I can't say who deserves to be, but if you've done something to kids and elderly people and you out there just harming people, and there are certain people that do deserve to be in prison. But at the same time, there's a lot of people in prison that's, I would say, shouldn't even be there, being that it's a business. That's why I hate when judges say, if I see you in my courtroom one more time. You see, in all actuality, you want to see people in your courtroom. Why? Think about it. If people stop getting in trouble, there will be no need for police. There will be no need for prosecution. There will be no need for judge. So they want to see you in the courtroom. Locking people up is a multi-billion-dollar business. You incarcerated. You got people that have these personal, private prisons. Being that you have a private prison, you're getting paid so much by the state. I don't know what the exact amount is, $70, $80, $60, whatever. You got 1,000 inmates. The state is paying you, let's just say $60 a day to house these inmates. $60 a day to house these 1,000 inmates. What is that, $60,000 a day? That's what they're making. 60 now, obviously they're not making it, but that's what they're bringing in. $60,000 a day over the course of 30 days. I'll do the math. What is that? $1.8 million that you're getting from the state to run this facility. Sounds like a lot of money, but you got to really break it down. Okay, you got to have staff 24 hours around the clock. You got to pay the warden, the assistant warden. You got to pay for the medical team. You got to pay for everything that it takes to run a prison. But as an owner, it's like any other business, because it is a business. You want to run this prison for as cheap as you possibly can run it. So if you're looking and you saying, okay, we got a guaranteed 1.8 coming in. What are some of these areas? Let me get this weirdo out of here again. Y'all bear with me. It's my own fault for not using my moderator. Moderators. So if you're running a business and you got a $1.8 million per month guaranteed coming in, you would do the same thing. I would assume, one would assume. If we can run this prison, get this 1.8, and we can run this prison for $1 million, and the rest of that money comes to me as the owner, or in the trust, or whatever I have it in, it's still mine. It just maybe not in my name, but Y'all get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You're going to do so. And that's what they do in prison. They use Airmark in Kentucky. Most Kentucky prisons, KOL Airmark. They're going to feed you the bottom of the barrel, the food. Yeah, Airmark, they serve the White House. So they're going to serve you the upper echelon of food. But in the prisons, you're going to get the bottom of the bottom. And let's just say you're supposed to get so many calories. Well, you're supposed to get so many calories per meal. There's a trick that they use, man. Say you're supposed to get 2,000 calories probably per day. 2,500 calories per day. Say for breakfast, they'll say, all right, we're going to give y'all oatmeal, piece of cornbread, some eggs, but it's short a few hundred calories. They're going to give you a couple scoops of butter. They're going to give you a couple scoops of butter and say, this is the amount of calories that you're supposed to have per day or per meal. Everything is about business. When you go to make a phone call, if you don't have anybody to put money on your phone, guess what? You can't talk to your people. There's nothing you can do. You better buy your 50-cent stamp. Got to buy the envelopes. They can't tax stamps. They would if they could. I'm sure that some prisons probably have tried it. Got to buy the paper. Got to buy the pen, the pencil. Got you out there slaving 8 hours a day, 7, 8, 9 hours a day. They're going to pay you state pay $27, $28 a month, $25 a month. You imagine that, $25 a month? And a lot of people, that's all, they don't have anybody to send them money. That's what they're legitimately living on. And they doing jobs that you would have to pay people probably $25 an hour. Inmates doing it. More money in the owner's pockets. I thought that I got this weirdo out of here, but apparently I didn't. You go to commissary. Everything is overpriced, but you have to have it. If you got money and you sitting there starving, either eating the chow hall or you can get this good commissary. Get a stick of Degree deodorant. When I left prison last, a small stick of Degree deodorant was $4.60 for the small ones. You can go in Kroger right now and buy 2 sticks of deodorant, the bigger ones, for like $7 something. Just imagine what the prison is getting them for. It's so much markup. But that's the price you pay when you put yourself in a situation to where you go to prison. They do what's called fresh faves. Once, sometimes twice a week. They'll take the same food that they're ordering and saying that they're serving the inmates and sell it to the inmates and give the inmates beans and rice and just the nastier food. Every once in a while they'll throw like a pizza in or something like that, a piece of pizza or some spaghetti, to make it look good. It's a business, man. Everything costs. And they want to keep that business rolling. So I'm quite sure that, and I have no definitive proof of this, but I'm not stupid. I'm sure that the judges and the prosecutors and, certain ones, they're in on it. We need you to keep sending these people to prison. Forget probation. Even when they give you probation, you got, or parole, you got parole supervision fees. It's $20 a month. You got drug testing fees. It's like $10, $15 a month. Then if you have any sort of restitution or fines or whatever, you got to pay that. Everything is about business when it comes to locking people up. And I tell people that all the time, man. Why would you lock somebody up for driving on suspended? Just continue to suspend their license. Give them 6 months every time they get caught. If you want to keep driving, you don't have a license, whatever, but to send somebody to prison, child support. They'll lock you up for child support in Kentucky and hit you with a sentence enhancement. I got a partner right now serving 14 years. Got 3 years for checks, 11 years for the child support. 14 years for child support. It's ridiculous. That's why you really, really want to stay out of the way. Really want to stay out of the way and stay out of the system. And you're able to do so, I found, by just working, coming home, keeping my circle small, and just doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't even take risk anymore, man. For what? For 4-time lose, I done lost 4 times. I done tried my hand at it 4 times. See, they locking you up now based upon what a person says. This person did this. And because the person said that, they can come and lock you up. Commonwealth state. They lock you up, man. I'm going to trial. I ain't taking nothing. I ain't taking nothing. They just going to have to give it to me. They're going to have to give me that time. Guess what? They will. And go right home like it never occurred. And so you're taking that risk, and they know that because they hit you with these bogus charges. You know that you haven't done what they've accused you of doing, but you got the whole state against you, the whole Commonwealth against you. Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Real Kenz. If it's a federal charge, the United States versus Real Kenz. Luckily, I've never seen that. And don't plan on seeing it. You trying to fight the charges. They done hit me with an organized crime charge, criminal syndicate. I done beat the first one, so I know all about it. Y'all done turn around and hit me with another one, knowing that you can't even charge me with it, but they charged me with it anyway. Syndicate carries 10 to 20. All a syndicate is a state RICO charge. Crime in cahoots. 5 or more people engaging in illegal criminal activity over a continuous amount of time. Hit me with the syndicate charge, man. Again, I beat the first one, as I mentioned. I give my lawyer the motion that I had, the motion that I used to beat the first charge. He files the motion. Prosecution know that they don't got nothing coming. They get up in court. Tell the judge, Your Honor, we wish to set aside this indictment number, whatever the indictment number. Set aside these charges. CR 19-KY076, whatever indictment number. However, it's always a however. However, if we're not able to come up with some sort of agreement, a deal, they want me to cop out, we're going to indict Mr. Real Kenz the correct way. And we will make sure that we get it correctly the next time. I want y'all to really, really think about it. And I'm not trying to make myself the victim, because I put myself in the situation to even be, I guess, not to be charged with a syndicate, but I put myself in a situation. I was not innocent. But they made it seem as though we sitting at a round table, and I was like, okay, this is your position. This is your position. You do this, you do that. You bring all the money back. And that just wasn't the case. Basically what it was, me and you did a crime in January. Got some money in January together. Me and you got some money in February. Then we chilled out. Then May came around. Me and this person got some money. And they put all the individual crimes together and said that it was one continuous spree. But how can it be when we were taking 2 and 3 months and things of that nature? We were taking breaks in between, so it was not continuous. But nevertheless, the prosecutor said, we're going to indict him, your client, the right way, and it will stick. Signed for this 17 years today. And we're not negotiating. Signed for this 17 today. What y'all think I did? I didn't sign for the 17. I was hard-headed. Hell no, I ain't signing for the 17. 17 years? Then I already got 11 years backup that I was out on parole. I already have 11 years on the shelf, and you want me to sign for 17? Meaning I'm going to have to do almost 4 years to see the parole board? Do 20% of your time if it's non-valid. Nah, I can't do that. They were going to re-indict me the correct way, so they say. Daniel Skelton, -J4F, what's good, bro? Best story narrator on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. Much love to you. Nah, I can't take no 17 years. That's unacceptable. I can't do it. 17 ended up going to a couple weeks later. Ended up going all the way down to like 11 years. Damn, I gotta take 11 years on top of this 11 years that I already got. That's gonna make me have 22 years. See, the way that it works, even if you catch a new case on parole in Kentucky, you do 20% of your time that you caught. You don't have to finish your old time up. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, 20% of 11 years is 26 months. I already got in 7, 8 months in the county, so I do another 18, 19 months, 17 months, I'm eligible for parole. What I failed to mention to you all is I get out and catch another case. Stupid is as stupid does. I get out on bond. See, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good when you catch a case. We all want to go home. We all want to get out. But sometimes it's good to just remain where you're at. Because when you come home, you're trying to immediately get back. You're trying to, man, they done took my money. They caught me with something, small in comparison. I think I had like $6,500 on me. That ain't no money in compared to what, the big dogs are being caught with. But $6,500, man. They took my equipment because I had a lawn care business. They had taken everything. I ended up getting that back. I had to file a couple different motions, but I got that stuff back. But it was either keep my equipment or keep the money, whichever one you want to let go of. Well, duh. I got 0 turns, Cub Cadets. I got 4-5 weed eaters. I got the all type of top of the line equipment. My trailer. Come on, man. Keep that little $6,500 compared to keep my truck and keep. But that's the type of situation that you put yourselves in. I put myself in. So as I mentioned, I got out and caught another case on parole. Really, I caught them kind of simultaneously or whatever, but they try to run them wild. Meaning that try to give me more time on top of the 11 and the 11 that I was already going to have for a total of 22 years. It was like an additional 3 years they was trying to give me. And I went before the judge, and I'm not going to say his name. The judge used to be my lawyer. And he showed me love because instead of giving me that additional 3 years, he kind of ran it in with the 22 years. And back to prison I went. Back to prison that I went. We spend so much time in prison trying to come home, trying to get out, trying to do everything, be on our best behavior, take all the classes we can take, get all the schooling we can, just stay all the way out of the way, try not to get write-ups, just to come back home and jump right back in it. And that's not the intentions for a lot of people. Some people will tell you, man, as soon as I get out, I'm right back on the block, or I'm right back in it. Some people, that's what they do. But oftentimes, I mean, you have your plans and you think that you're going to come home and do this, this, and this, and it just don't work that way. Not saying that it won't eventually work, but it's not going to go at the speed that you want it to go. And then you get frustrated. You seeing everybody else in Jordans. You seeing everybody else riding nice. You catching the bus, and your clothes is silly. You washing dishes or working at a fast food, or you just not, you know what I mean? Mr. 22 Deuce, what's good, bro? And so, Genzadian, what's good? Appreciate that. And so you find yourself right back in it. Look, man, I'm gonna just jump in the game, give me about $5,000, get my weight up, have enough money, give me a little buggy, a little car, give me some clothes. I'm working, so between that and buying me, whatever I need or whatever, I'm gonna leave the game alone. You get that $5,000 if you lucky. Some people get caught up. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about my dog E. But you make that $5,000. Now all your money's gone. You done got your little whip. You didn't buy the car. You done went somewhere and put down $1,500 and buy here, pay here, or something like that. Got you some clothes, got your little apartment, but now you don't got no more money. Still got your little job. You looking at your paycheck like, man, I'm doing all this for $350 a week. Taxes. I'm doing all of this work. Managers talking crazy to me. Supervisors on me. I'm being late. They docking me or the point system or whatever. I'm gonna just jump back in. Give me a 10 real quick. Jump back in it. You don't get knocked. And you got the 10,000. Upgrade your wardrobe. All the things that don't matter. Get you some little jewelry. And the females is looking at you because you starting to look like something. Shh, man, this money's too good. I'm gonna keep my little job, man. And you get you another 10, another 5 or whatever. You look up, you sitting on 25, 30,000. Man, F his job, man. F his job. All the way back in it. Going to strip clubs 3-4 times a week. You dealing with all these different females. You all the way back. Secret indictments come out. Your name's at the top of the list. Back to jail you go. You walk around with $5 grand on you, they gonna take that. ID got your address or whatever, they gonna go to your house. Whatever you got in your crib or whatever, they gonna take that. Everything that you had is just gone. People gonna rob you. Girls gonna run off with your money unless you got a real one. You right back in the same situation again. I done seen it happen too many times, man. My dude, he pro prospect, love him to death, man. Love him to death. Marvine Scott, 4575. Y'all double tap that screen, man. We need, I don't know, maybe about 1,000 more likes, man. That'll be good. My dog E, man, was a pro prospect coming out of high school. Cold athlete. Baseball, he was a pitcher. He could hit too. Football, he was a quarterback. And he played basketball on the basketball team. E's about 6'4", dark-skinned dude, skinny, probably, I don't know, 180, 190. Wore goggles, had like a little short afro, wore a goatee. E was that guy, man. Had a strong arm. I'm talking about, man, this dude, he really, really could have gone somewhere. No disrespect to E. E might be watching. I'm supposed to be interviewing E. E's attitude was just kind of had a bad attitude a little bit. Actually, a lot. Oftentimes he would pout, so the coach would tend to put him on the bench sometimes, you know, just to calm him down or whatever. All type of guys in my class was getting drafted to go to the major leagues right out of high school. I was good, but I wasn't like that. I wasn't no pro prospect or anything like it, but I played in the same league with these guys or whatever, and then I held my own, man. But he was just you could see the potential. Imagine he got a strong arm, he hit the ball for power, and he was fast, 6'4" and fast, lightning. Comes out of high school and the Reds is looking at him. The Cincinnati Reds is looking at him real tough. When he doesn't get drafted, it devastated him. Because like I said, it was 6 or 7 guys that came out of the class that I was in. They all got drafted. Major leagues, getting signing bonuses, $300,000 and $400,000, $250,000. And here it is, E, a kid from the projects, from the east side. Shout out to the east side. Didn't get drafted. He didn't have anybody fighting for him in his corner. E ends up going to a small college. He excels. He plays football and he plays baseball. The following year, the Reds is looking at him. He had went to a tryout, and the Reds was looking at him, and they had decided, you know what, we're gonna pick you up. We're gonna give you a shot. But it wasn't really any money up front like that. He had to get his bread. He jumps in the game. He had already kind of been dibbling, dabbling in the game or whatever. He jumps in the game. Not the baseball game, the street game. ends up getting caught up, man. Gets caught up, and the judge didn't give him any sort of probation and sent him straight to prison. Goes to prison. He comes home. Stays out maybe about 6 or 7 months. Catches another case. They give him like 3 years, something like that. Goes back to prison. Does a couple years, ends up coming home. He had been out for 6 days. He's on the block one day. He got the pack in his hand or whatever. It's back when they wasn't trapping off cell phones and all that. It was beepers, pay phones. Know what I mean? Certain people had cell phones, but everybody didn't have phones the way that they have them now. Police ran down on him. He takes the pack, tosses it to the side. Police say that they seen him toss it to the side. I don't believe they seen it, but they're going to put it on you because it's right there. He goes to trial, blows trial. You give him 10 years. Give him 10 years, but he got hit with the PFO, the sentence enhancement, in which he had to do 10 straight years before he even remotely had a chance of going home. 6 days. This dude's known all throughout the Kentucky prisons. In softball, he's hitting the ball so far over the fence, he's smashing the ball. Wasted talent. And again, I say this respectfully because he had so many opportunities, and that's what the penitentiary is full of. So much talent in the pen. You got dudes that can draw, they can tattoo, they can cook, they can athletic, strong, weightlifters, whatever. They can make, man, I done seen dudes make so much stuff like pottery, and it's amazing what you'll see some of those inmates do behind those walls, man. How much talent. It's like we forget about those things when we're out here on the streets. And then when we're in there, Mom, I got my GED. You sending, pictures home, you having your GED, or you doing certain things, and that's all fine and dandy, but we can do those things out here. I say that all the time. These are the things that we can do out here. We don't have to go to prison to accomplish these things. We can do them out here. There's no loyalty in the streets, none. If you think that there's loyalty, if you look around and your crew, your set, whatever, whoever you hanging with, and y'all all get caught up, and the detective says, listen, we don't even want you. We want him. Referencing yourself. We want Kenz. We don't even want you. You give us Kenz, we'll drop your charges, or we'll drop the more serious charges. You might have to do a couple years or whatever. Otherwise, you can go and do 60 years. Where's the loyalty then? Where's the ride or die? What you think your baby mama gonna ride with you for 60 years? And so in turn, what ends up happening is I got to save myself. Not me. I'm speaking just in general. The average individual, I got to save myself, man. I can't go and do 60 years, man. They gonna get him anyway. They want him anyway. They don't want me. So they signing papers. They signing papers on you. Guess what? That's just what it is. Everybody's testifying against you. You got to take a plea deal, unless you're crazy and try to go to trial. You got to take a plea deal for 30 years at 85%, because it's a violent charge. You sitting in court, you can't even figure it out. 85% of 30 years. What? How much time is that? You really trying to figure it out? 25 and a half years. You're 25 years old. Get another shot at the title when you're 50. Or you can take it to trial and get your block knocked off and probably never come home. Or if you do come home, you're going to be 70, man. Think about it. Cop out to 30 years at 85%. Coming home when you're 51. What type of life is that to live, man? If more people would just start to understand that we all deal with things in life and we have pressures in life. One thing for certain and two things for sure. If you feel as though your problems are severe, if they're massive right now, go to prison, because those problems are still going to exist. You're still going to need people to send you some money, or you're going to be in prison hustling, doing whatever you got to do to get by, to survive. Remember the dude that I was telling you all about it? That was the white dude that was hooping with the black dudes, and he was a barber or whatever, and you know, he was zesty, man. Openly zesty. My biggest video got like 225,000 views, man. Y'all go check it out if you haven't already seen it. Dropped it about a year ago. I don't even remember. It was something about the prison shower. Caught up in the prison shower. Like that. The dude that I'm speaking of on the video was this particular individual. I'm in prison and I see my dude. Really not my dude, but he's my dude because he's my partner's little brother. We had already discussed this, like, bro, when you go to prison, don't borrow from nobody, don't accept anything from anybody, don't loan anything, stay away from the poker table, stay away from gambling, period. Stay away from all of these things, man. Paparazza, what's good? Appreciate you, bro. I get to the prison. I see my dude. I'm like, what's up, bro? What's happening? I don't really got too much conversation for me, man. Damn, what's wrong with him, man? Later on, because like I said, when you get to prison, you know, it's a whole lot going on. So they wake you up at 3:30 in the freaking morning or whatever. So by the time you get there and you get settled in and you get your bed rolled and you clean your bed off and all that thing, you know, because you got to check your area, make sure ain't nobody planting nothing on you, and you know, spray your bed down and your box down and all these things. And by the time you do all these things and go eat and you ready to just crash, like lay down, you tired. Like 6 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. You've been up 3:30 in the morning. Look up, I see my dude, man, and he done shaved the hair off his face. He usually wear like a little chin strap, you know, beard and goatee, and shaved his face. I see him sitting on dude's bed. I'm really wanting to go over there and be like, bro, what are you doing, man? What's up with you? But you can't do that in prison, man. I mean, you can, but probably not gonna like the consequences that come with it. So you better be hella deep, or you better have you a nice crew, or still ain't really thinking too much of it. Look up a couple hours later. Lights cut off at 10 o'clock. Cut the lights off, man. It's just dim. It's not all the way dark, but it's far from bright. The bathroom is at the end of as I previously explained, at the end of the dorm. It's lit up, but the rest of the dorm is quiet time. It's 10 o'clock. See, I'm walking to the shower, man. I see him and dude, my partner's little brother, walking to the shower with just his towel around his neck and shaved his face and ate good. The dude had some money, so he's making sure that little little partner, whatever. I'm just refer to him as my little partner. Make sure that he ate well. And he just got his shower shoes on and some boxers. It was like they was dressed identical. And when they go into the shower's an open shower. But what they do is they run the hot water prior to going into the shower. When they'll call shower, they'll be like, hey, bro, we need a shower. So whoever needs, get in the shower, whatever. He got like 4 goons with him, big dudes. They come in, they watching the door. Can't even come in the bathroom. You come in the bathroom, you can't go nowhere near the showers. You come in the bathroom, you gotta use the bathroom or whatever, but you can't go anywhere near the showers. Now, the steam from keeping the hot water running is fogging up the window so you can't see. It ain't like nobody's trying to look inside there anyway, at least you shouldn't be. And so, these dudes was going in the shower, doing their thing. Come out about 15, 20 minutes later, as though nothing happened whatsoever. Like it was that's normal in prison. Nobody said anything to him. The 4 dudes, the goons, the security that's standing at the door, they were the lookout. So if the police came, one time, whoop whoop. Can't really go that high. Whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? The police is coming. You just see sickening things. And so after that, I would see little buddy, my little partner, and he would literally sit on this bed all day long. Couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere without dude. Dude took care of him. Big commissary bags. Plus he cut hair. Probably the #1 hustle in prison. You cut hair, you can cook, work in laundry, and big hustles in prison. And you the ticket man. Or you run a store. These are all hustles in prison. Let's say you run a store, for the people that don't know. If you need 2 noodles, give me 3 back. You need 3 noodles, give me 5 back. You need 5 noodles, give me 8 back. Whether it's noodles, candy bars, chips, sodas, whatever the case may be. Putting down on the poker game, I'm housed on the poker game. All type of hustles in prison, man. But you can't just be anybody. You got to have you some muscle, man. You can't just be in prison thinking that you're gonna run the poker games, man, because they run game on you. They'll take you up top, meaning that they'll play on the ass, man. Pause. At the end of the game, you owe $40. You ain't got $40 and you ain't got $4 in your locker. Even if you do, man, I ain't paying. What's he gonna do? Get it off the roof, man. You don't like it, do something about it. Dirty game in there, man. So you have a lot of these guys, they think that they're so tough, and they think that, and they might be tough, I don't know. But one thing that I do know, you're not gonna have any guns in there. Man, my dogs is in there, man. My set. Okay, what if your case gets picked up by the feds? Then they got you in Arizona somewhere, or Seattle, or someplace crazy. There ain't even nobody from Kentucky in the whole prison. So now you have to ride with your region. Whatever's closest, the states that are neighboring your state, you don't even know these people. So now you got to prove that you the man that you say you be. You gonna get down for yours? You ain't in no gang really like that. And even if you are in a gang, you better know your literature, because that's a violation. As I was telling y'all about my dog Sko, rest in peace Sko, Vice Lord, 5-star, whatever. The 5-star general, man. He respected me, man. You ain't never asked to be a part of this. You ain't never, man, because it's just not, no disrespect. It's just not what I didn't come up like that. It's just not my forte. If I was to get If I was to be interested in something like that, I would want to do it. Keyword if. I would want to do it from the outside. Not wait till I go to jail and now I'm trying to be, you know, a part of this. Nah. And he always respected that about me. I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I've taken L's, prison, county jail, locked up. I've taken L's. But I think the main thing is just I've always been a stand-up guy. Like, man, you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like when Big Fife, man, he tried to truck me for my breakfast, man. I've told this story. Big Fife, man, R.I.P. Big Fife. He tried to truck me for my breakfast, man. Big Fife's white dude, probably, I don't know, he wasn't really that tall, maybe 6 foot. Big dude, man, tattoos all on his arm. Had a goatee, brown hair, black hair. Big Fife's about 260. And Big Fife ended up getting cool after this. I wake up in the morning. I don't always eat breakfast. It just depends on what it is. So this particular day, we had this lady. She was an older lady, and they called her Granny. Big Fife is a pig. Big Fife is resting in peace, man. Show some respect on the channel for my dog Big Fife, man. Now he wasn't my dog on this particular day, but I didn't always get up for breakfast and you had Granny that was cooking, and she was like I don't want to say a personal cook, but that's basically what she was. Had pancakes, sausage, eggs. And so what I would do is I would grab my breakfast on the good days and just put it in a bowl and eat it later on. Well, I got up, I went to the restroom. Everybody else is going to the door. They got a food flap. They put your tray through the food flap. 22 people in the cell. There's 22 trays just going in. I'm the last one. I come out of the bathroom. I see they finished serving or whatever. They must have been serving fast that day. And so, appreciate that. And so, I'm like, I didn't get my tray. That's typically what you say. Like, if you didn't get your tray or whatever, somebody got the tray, you'd be like, oh, here you go. I ain't know you was getting up or whatever. I ain't get my tray. Nobody said nothing. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. You know how it is. First thing in the morning, ain't nobody really saying much. Yo, I ain't get my tray. Nobody saying nothing, but people, you can see dudes is looking around kind of like they know Big Fife got the trays because the trays are thick. So I look over and Big Fife got 2 trays because they stack on top of each other. Big Fife, man, I ain't get my tray, bro. I'm thinking Big Fife's gonna be like, here you go, man. Don't know why I was thinking that because I clearly said it a couple times. I ain't get my tray. Big Fife was like, he ignored me. Big Fife, bro, I ain't get my tray, man. Big Fife said, I guess you ain't eating. Damn. That's for us, Big Fife. Man, I said what I said. All right, bro. No problem. I don't typically eat breakfast anyway. This is what I say. I go back to my bed. I sit on my bunk. I got a bottom bunk. Put my shoes on. Everybody else, you know, some people would have their shoes on during breakfast time. Some people would have their shower shoes. I put my boots on. Go back to the table. I take my hand, knock the whole tray, both his trays off the table. I guess you ain't eating either, big boy. And we tore that whole cell up, man. I'm talking about we fought hard. Now the thing about it, we was in a transitional jail, meaning that in Kentucky, what they'll do is, if you in the county jail, right, and you get sentenced to, if you get sentenced to go to prison, they can only hold you in that county jail for so long. So the prisons are packed, overcrowded. They don't have any space for you, so they'll send you to a transitional jail And you'll sit there until it's room to go to the prison. So that's what I was in. The COs, everything is glass. They can see through, but they got the tent to where you can't really see out, but they can see in on the windows. Everything's glass. They'll sit there and watch a fight before they come in and break it up. They'll come in laughing. All right, y'all break it up. Y'all break it up. We fought hard. I'm talking about, man, he didn't win. I didn't win. Big Fife respected me after that. And he ain't never tried to take my tray again. Nobody ever tried to take my tray. It's the only time that an individual ever tried to take from me that I can recall. Never really had somebody just try to, man, give me this. Nah. Again, I wasn't the toughest dude in the world, but I wasn't the softest dude in the world either. You're not going to just take from it. We just going to do what we do. We're going to touch everything in its seal before I allow you to just take something from me. You know, that jail that I'm speaking of, Three Forks Regional Jail, is in Beattyville, Kentucky. Three Forks Regional Jail. Very, very dangerous jail. Especially for black guys, because it's a small country town. They don't really have black people in that town like that. You know, they may have a couple that grew up there, but they, you know, actual black people that act like me and act like they don't. And so it was always friction being there. It was always friction. Bro, people was fighting for one pull of a cigarette in the box. Yeah, cigarettes. Cigarettes ain't no joke, man. Cigarettes is money, and then people want to smoke in prison, man. Cigarettes is big in prison, especially once they took the cigarettes off the yard. I seen my dude Tennessee down in Christian County. Shout out to Christian, Hoptown 270. CO would bring in a pack of cigarettes, a couple packs a day. Marlboro. You get a CO $100. We could have cash down there. Get a CO $100 per pack that he brought in. He takes 20 cigarettes and busts them all down into 6 individual cigarettes. Dude will make $400 every pack of cigarettes that the CO brought in. Fast, just like that. Because everybody wants to smoke. I don't smoke. Cigarettes is big in prison. K2 is big in prison. As spice, as spiggity. That's what they call it. A lot of people, you know, you got dudes that smoke weed or whatever, but the spice at the time, now they said that they can detect it in drug tests. I don't know, but back then you couldn't detect the spice in the drug test. But that weed, you get to smoking that weed, it's gonna stay in your system for like 30 days. You're gonna catch you a dirty urine, and the road board's gonna see it, or you might go to the hole, or a lot of people just didn't want to fool with that. But that spice, man, it'll have you just hallucinate. I done seen dudes strip all the way down to their boxers and just be running up and down the yard like they crazy. Don't even know what's going on. I done seen dudes whoop COs, gone off the spice, and the thing is, once you come down, you don't even know what happened. You like, bro. Exactly, Sir Ryan 31. Weed stinks too, you can smell it. And so you wake up in the hole and you like, bro, what am I doing? Why am I in the hole? I gotta go to court. Assaulting an officer? I mean, I ain't assault nobody. You done assaulted an officer because you gone off at spice at K2, and that's big in prison. Take a lid, a cap that goes on like some chapstick. You know, the little bitty, the top, the cap. Fill it all the way up with that spice. Spice is kind of like a seasoning. You fill it up. $100 all day, every day. And that was at the time I was in prison. My dude made $30,000-$40,000 in like a month. Got out of there. Selling spice in prison. Cap full. about that big, like your fingertip, not even that big. $100 all day, every day. They paying it. And have Cash App, then they have the green dot cards. Buy a green dot card for $4, $3 at the store, Walgreens, Walmart, somewhere. Get the account number. Have your people put the $100 on there, on your card, or whatever amount that you selling them. You have your girl check it. Hey, yeah, money's on there, everything's good. All right, you give them the spice. Give them the spiggity. But it was just dangerous because, like I said, man, everybody, see, you got to know how to smoke it. How long was you in for? 11? I did a total of about 11. I didn't do it straight, though. 4 separate times, about 11 years. Yeah, some people that knew how to handle the spice because they'd hit it a couple times and leave it alone. A couple times, all I need. Here, nigga, this shit, nigga. Hit it a couple times. I'm done with it. And they were perfectly fine. But then when you got individuals, you know, and this is one of the favorite people that people love for me to talk about that have heard the story of Big Tim, man. If y'all haven't heard it, y'all go to my channel, look up the video, the story of Big Tim. You know, Big Tim couldn't handle, he couldn't handle when he hit the spice, man. Big Tim was going through some things. Big Tim looked like Damon on Friday, man. Introduce me to your friend, Craig. Damon. 6'2", muscles everywhere, been locked up for a long time. Pretty much his whole life, in and out, mainly in. Dark-skinned dude, talk with a deep voice. Yeah, what up, man, what up? It's a real intimidating looking figure. He was messing with the trans on the yard, no disrespect to nobody. Trans got tired of him. Transgender, she was going to mess with another dude. Got hectic. Transgender, the transgender rather ended up getting afraid, being afraid. Went to the staff, checked in, moved him all the way off the yard. Now Big Tim, he's stressed out, man. He was in love. He was in love. The love of his life was gone. Got to smoking more. Comes in the chow hall one day. Big Tim comes in the chow hall one day. And I'm looking around, I'm looking at my partner, I'm like, bro, what's Big Tim doing? And he got his glasses on. Dark shades. Typically, you don't even see Big Tim in the chow hall. For one, and for two, you have to have, like, you can't wear your grays, your sweats in it. You got to be uniformed out to go in the chow hall. He comes in there with his gray shorts on, got his wife beat on. Mr. CO said something to him. He walked right past the CO. I ain't listening to nothing the CO's talking about. And he's walking up and down the line, well, actually up the line. Started from the back of the line. The chow hall line be long. Thought it was kind of weird to see him in the chow hall, but again, see no evil, hear no evil. I mind my business. The dude Tim was going up to just random dudes, man. What's up, nigga? What you looking at? Dude was like, oh, Big Tim, I don't have no problem. What? I don't got no problem, Big Tim or whatever. That's what I thought. Goes a couple dudes, a couple spots up in the line. Starts print checking dudes, man. Kenz, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean print check? I'm talking about he going up to dudes, grown men in prison, grabbing their prints. Print check, nigga. I need y'all to think about this for a second. You at the grocery store, you at the gas station, you just chilling with your family, you out just by yourself, whatever you doing, and a dude just comes up to you, hey, what's good, man? And he grabs your print, man. Print check, nigga. The guy goes up the chow hall line and grabs about 5 prints. 5 or 6 prints, man. Hey, the guy's grabbing prints in the chow hall. Print check, nigga. The CEOs looking around, everybody's looking around, everybody's covering their prints up or whatever. So I'm like, oh man, what are we gonna do now? Big Tim, he kind of took to me. I ain't never had no issues with Big Tim because I be in the weight pals, a little dude, man, and he always, I was kind of strong or whatever. So, damn, Big Tim, man, I don't want to get my print grabbed, man. So I grab a fork, man. If he grab my print, man, somebody's getting stabbed, man. And I'm talking about, man, I know it shit hurt, man. Grab me your print check, nigga. So the CEOs came in. We got a signal 7. We got a signal 7 in y'all. We got a signal 7 in y'all. Signal 7 for y'all that don't know, it means that get here, stop what you're doing, get here, and get here right now. People's prints is getting checked. Print check, nigga. Respectfully. So the CEO comes, hey, Tim, we need you to calm down. Man, Tim's gone off his spice, man. He ain't trying to hear nothing. The CEO comes over, but the CEO's scared, man. This dude's intimidating, man. This dude look like Damon on Friday, as I already said, man. Come on, Craig. Goop hug. So the CEOs come in now, it's 3 or 4 of them after they call the signal 7. It's more than that, but like 3 or 4 of them approached him. He didn't grab a couple of them, he didn't hit them on them, but he threw them over the table. Man, he print checked the CEOs. Man, he print checking the CEOs, man. Bro, if y'all haven't seen the video, go back and watch that video and share it, man. Because that video should have went viral, man. Story of Big Tim, man. He's in prison, gone off the spice, print checking dudes. They finally get him, goes to the hole. He comes up, off the spice some hours later. He didn't even know what he did. They hit the man with a PREA charge. The Prison R-Word Elimination Act. Basically what that means is, back in the day, people used to get raped in prison, right? Still does happen. But now you can get on the phone. You can actually get on the phone and be like, hey. It's funny, but it ain't funny. It's not funny, but you're right, but it is, because, you know what I'm saying, and good luck trying to chin check, but I feel you, though. Good luck trying to chin check, Big Tim, especially when he's gone off his spice, but I feel you, though. You can't just let somebody just come and print check you, though. So I definitely feel you. So you can get on the phone if somebody's trying to do something to you, if you suspect that somebody's trying to do something to you in that manner, you can get on the phone and you act like you're talking to your family or somebody like that, and you're really reporting that person, and they're gonna come and get that person immediately. They don't tolerate that graping. They don't tolerate that. That was one of those things, from what I understand, more so back in like the 80s and the 90s, and that's gonna be, not to say that it can't happen, because it definitely could happen, definitely does happen, but it's not gonna be one of those things that's gonna happen over and over, and it shouldn't even happen once. Because I'm gonna tell you, as a man, don't advocate violence whatsoever, but as just a man, if somebody takes your manhood like that, because it can happen, people, man, that'll never happen to me, man. Do you understand how powerful these dudes are in prison? Let's be real, man. If somebody wants you, and especially if you don't even know that that's the case, they watching you or whatever, you don't even know, maybe you suspect it or whatever, you've been on the streets. You ain't been locked up very long. Let's just say even a year or two. I don't know. You silly paparazzi. You silly, man. But you locked up. And these dudes is gorillas, man, been locked up for 15, 16 years straight. 20 years straight. Working out 6 days a week. Back in the G, you didn't even have to work in prison. Now you have to work in prison. Back then, you didn't even have to work. They going in the mornings. Morning workout. Coming back in the afternoon. Afternoon workout. Coming back in the evening. Evening workouts. They doing it 6 days a week. 14, 15, 16 years straight. Man, these dudes, man, look like they Man, just straight gorillas. That's why you don't let your woman work in no penitentiary, because it's the penitentiary. They have eyes, and dudes know that they have eyes, and dudes is putting baby oil on, and yeah, they had the baby oil. Yeah, they oiling up, flicking up, taking pictures or whatever, and they walking around the yard in the weight pile, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, body squats, lunges, or not lunges, burpees. They doing all these things on the yard. The CEO, they see this. You know what I mean? They really see this. Somebody's gonna catch their eye. You never let your woman work at a penitentiary. You better really, really trust. Y'all's relationship better be solid. Dudes look like action figures, paws on the yard, man. And so these action figures that I'm speaking of, they bandits. Not all of them, but I'm just using this as an example. You might have a couple of them that's bandits, and they got eyes for you. Man, that'll never happen to me, Kenz. Spoke about him on my last live about a week ago, Fast Eddie. Dude named Fast Eddie, known throughout the Kentucky prison systems, man. He was a big dude, but he wasn't like cut up and he just had a like big stomach or whatever, but had tattoos all on his arms. And dude was cool, man, but if he wanted you, man, he was in trouble. It's not as easy as you think to get your hands on a shank or a knife or something like that in prison. Even if you do, you got to still know how to use it or whatever. COs are constantly patting you down. If you get caught with it, it's subject to be an outside charge. So you got to be very, very strategic if you even have one. It's not like on the movies where you got the shank or you got the whatever weapon that you have, and then the police is coming and you pass it off to the other person. It's not Shawshank Redemption. It's not. I haven't seen it like that. And so you got this big gorilla, this a booty bandit. He's after you, he wants you. Well, Fleece Johnson say, if I want you, I'm gonna have you. We can do it the easy way, the hard way. That's really legitimately how it can be. So you got Fast Eddie, man. Fast Eddie wasn't gonna say nothing to you. He wasn't gonna do a whole lot of conversation. You lucky if he even tells you. I'm not even gonna say you lucky, but because there's nothing. No, I'm the first person that did a rewind on a live. It's rare that he's even gonna say something to you. He's just gonna take it. He's gonna catch you in the shower. He'll catch you at a vulnerable moment. Might be hiding behind the wall, hiding behind the door. You don't even see him. Fast Eddie, a big dude, about 260. I don't know, he probably not very tall. Like I say, he got a big stuff, probably 6 foot, 6'1". But he's powerful and he's well respected on the yard, man. Fast Eddie, he's gonna hit you one time and knock you out. You're gonna go to sleep. And he's gonna pull your pants down and give you fellatio. Man, it's sickening, it's gross, but that's what it is, man. And that's what he loved to do. You're dealing with some strong dudes in there. Like, just imagine your big brother. There are certain situations that no matter how strong you get, no matter how tough you are, how tough you think, you'll never be able to whoop your big brother. Not in all instances, because I know many little brothers that whoop the big brothers. But I'm just saying, in a lot of instances, you're never going to be able to whoop the big brother. These dudes is gorillas in prison, man. What are you going to do at that particular time? What are you going to do? Try to fight it? Scream, yell, kick, scratch, claw, dude. You better do whatever you can possibly do. But when it's all said and done, if they really, really want you that bad, they're going to do whatever it takes to get you. Fleece Johnson talks about an individual, and I don't remember what his name was. He liked the little young dude, man. We'll just call him the bandit. He liked the little young dude. The young dude was tough, kind of loud, and acted as though he was tough. Kind of loud and obnoxious, and time was coming after a couple years. I don't even know why they had this young dude in Eddyville. Anyway, maximum security, home of death row. KSP, Kentucky State Penitentiary, aka Eddyville. That's where Fleece Johnson did the majority of his time. I don't know why they had this young dude there anyway. And so the bandit is getting at him on a regular basis. Dude's like, look, man, I don't, I'm trying to go home. Might go for parole. I ain't got no time to, nah. Plus, I'm not into any of this. The bandit kept getting at him every day. Every day he was coming in the shower with the dude or whatever. You can't stop somebody from getting in the shower. They open showers. Young dude was clearly not with it. He jump out of the shower or whatever. Dude wants his buttocks. He knows it. That's what dude wants. Finally got to the point to where dude's, the bandit, he's like, you know what, man? I'm tired of playing around with you. Either you're going to give it to me or we're going to fight. We're going to fight every time we see each other. It's Fleece Johnson telling this story. Shout out to Fleece Johnson. Shout out to Hustler Spirit 502 featuring Big Lee. Every single time the dude seen the young dude, man, they fight. Get in a fight in prison, man, guess what? You going to the hole. 15 days in prison, in the hole. Every single time you going to the hole for 15 days. Unless the hole is so overcrowded, and then you might be able to get out in, half that time, 6-7 days. But otherwise, 15 days in the hole. They go to the hole 4, 5, 6 times, man. Young dude's tired of going to the hole. He's like, bruh, what is it gonna take, man? Leave me alone, dog. I'm not with it. You know what I want, man. That's what the bandit's saying to me. You know what I want, man. You gonna give it to me? Or we gonna keep going through this? So that's one of them situations you're supposed to just keep going through it, man. Fleece said the young dude gives in. All right, if I give it to you once, man, you gonna leave me alone? What type of question is that? What type of logic is that? What type of thing is that to even think about? First thing you know, little youngster was the bandit's boy, man. Sickening, some of the things that you see and hear about that have and that do go on in a penitentiary. Texas, Alabama, Way 205, what's good? I ain't seen you in a while. What's good? Glad you could join us. Fleece told a story also of when a dude tried to soft press him. He looked like the real Drewski. So they put Fleece in a cell with a known bandit. Young kid, man, 16, 17, 18 years old. You put him in a cell with a known bandit, a gorilla, another gorilla, man, 6'3", been lifting weights 20 years straight. Drop down, do 500 push-ups at a time. This dude's a gorilla, man. You put this young kid in a cell, man. You want some of this chili, youngster? Fleece got a high voice. No, thank you. Just imagine when he was younger. No, thank you. What you saying? You better than me or something? You think I can't cook? No, I'm not saying that. Man, you better get over and get you some of this chili. Fleece takes the bowl, got the chili, got the chips, got the hot sauce or whatever. Next night, dude's cooking something. Next night, dude's cooking something. He's cooking every night. Don't really go to the chow hall. A couple weeks later, he makes his move on Fleece. See, back in the day, Eddyville, they had 2-man cells. Now it's 1-man cells. Back then, they had the 2-man cells. He's making his move on Fleece, and Fleece knew that the dude was going to make his move because he had already been saying little things to him. So his people's on the yard, they giving him a knife. Keep his knife with you, bro. Once they lock in sales and, the yard closes down 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, if that late, you in there until 6 o'clock in the morning, until breakfast. You locked all the way in, man. There's a movie that I like to watch. It's an old school movie. It's an older movie. It's called Penitentiary, man. Y'all go check it out, man. Penitentiary. Movie called Lockdown with Master P. If y'all like good penitentiary movies, go watch them 2 movies and you'll be like, whoa. So Fleece got this knife, and the bandit, really decides to make his move. Gets really, really aggressive this night, according to Fleece. He reaches over and tries to kiss Fleece. Come on, man, I'm not with that. What? You been eating all my food for the last couple weeks? And you think you just gonna turn me down? You gonna give me something. You gonna give me something, or somebody's gonna get unalived in this cell. Either me or it's gonna be you. But one of us is not gonna make it through the night, man. Y'all rock with me. Fleece say he was scared to death. Who wouldn't be? 225, 230 pounds, 6'3" dude, solid muscle, been working out for 20 years straight, 3 times a day. And here it is, I'm a little kid, 17 years old, don't got no muscles. I'm about 5'10", weigh about 150, 160. I don't got no wind coming against this dude. Again, the dude reaches over. He's advancing, trying to kiss Fleece on his neck. Fleece is telling him, like, no, please, no, I don't want that, I don't want that. I don't want it, I don't want it. I don't want it, I don't want it. You think I'm playing with you? He turns around, takes his fist, boom, rams it through punches a hole in the wall, the concrete wall in the cell, like the block wall. Fleece is like, oh my God. When he punches the wall and he pulls his arm out, pulls his arm out, he's like powdery, like in the air. Like dust, rather, like cement dust. Fleece couldn't believe this dude just punched a hole in the wall. Fleece said, nah, man, I'm gonna have to give him some of this, man. I'm sorry. And it's not funny, but it's just the way that Fleece said it. I'm gonna have to give him some of this, man. This dude just punched a whole hole in the wall. Dude reaches over and puts like his tongue in Fleece's ear, and so Fleece is just sitting there, kid, 17 years old, is getting ready to take it, just give himself up. Something told him, Fleece. He calls us, he says, Fleece, you got this knife in your pocket. Fleece had forgotten all about this knife. As the bandit is really throwing himself on Fleece, about to take him. He's getting ready to take him in the cell. Fleece said he reaches in his pocket smoothly, grabs the knife, reaches over, catches the bandit right there in his neck. Catches him in the neck. He said blood just went everywhere. He's backing up as one could imagine. Okay, I stop. You know how you kids and people's messing with you. Nah, you want to play? Let's play. Fleece said he just commenced just any and everywhere that he could stab him in his leg and his face and his head, anywhere. Dude was screaming, his blood everywhere. The COs ended up coming in. But when the COs came in, they didn't jump right in immediately. Like, they sit there for a second because I guess they evidently figured out what was going on. They let Fleece touch him up a couple more times. They come in. Fleece said that he did so much damage to this dude, he don't even know if the dude made it or not. He said that he never seen or heard from the dude ever again. Wild. And you know what was so crazy about that? That cement, the dust that was in the air, it was all a trick. See, the hole was already in the wall. He had taken like some It was a poster that was covering up the hole, and then he had taken like some sort of, inmates are very, very talented, so it made it seem like you couldn't even see the hole. It made it look like it was an actual block, like brick right there, and he had like a little contraption on the inside or whatever. So when you hit it, your arm will go through it, and it was baby powder rather, that was flying in the air. This was something that this guy had done evidently a couple times, and the people knew it, and they put Fleece in that cell with him. Imagine you see somebody punch a hole through a wall, a brick wall. Who in their right mind is going to be thinking that that's something that's something that's staged? He was trying to take Fleece right there, man. Again, these were the things that were done in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I'm not saying that these sort of things happen right now in prison, but you just never know, depending on where you at, because certain places, like from what I understand, California is not going down. They're not going to allow anything like that to happen. But there are certain places that it will happen. I tell these stories because I want people to really get a grasp and understand, get a full understanding of just how bad prison is. Got another dude, man. He's waiting on his visit to come. People was coming in from like Tennessee or somewhere. 5-hour ride. His mom, his dad, his brother. His mom, his dad, his brother, a couple of his nieces and nephews or whatever. He was able to see his kids on a regular basis, but his kid's mother would bring the kids to come and see him, and he's waiting, and he's waiting for him to call his name for a visit, and they never called his name. Prison visits are Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's a certain point, it's a cutoff time, and you realize, like, man, my people ain't got here by now, they probably ain't coming. Tim, that was his name. Tim thought this was very, very odd. Like, my people said they were coming. He's calling them up on the phone. Nobody's answering the phone. 1:30 hits, 2 o'clock hits, 2:15. Something had to have happened. My people, they coming away from Tennessee. They definitely would have been here. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Now, obviously, visit's over at that point, but he's concerned because he's not able to reach them on the phone. Ends up getting a call. The yard was still open. Summertime. Summertime, the yard gonna stay open till about 8:45 because it don't get dark until about that time. I called Tim up to security. What's so crazy? I seen him walking up to security, but I ain't think none of it. Probably about 45 minutes later, you see Tim walking back from security. He got his hand over his mouth like this, like you just seen him throw up. Tim's family had gotten in a wreck on the way to come and visit him in prison, and it was 6 of them. They rented like a big truck or whatever, come see him from Tennessee, and 4 of them didn't make it. Four of his closest family members didn't make it. I'm not gonna put it the onus, the responsibility on Tim, but if he'd never been in prison, then guess what? This sort of thing wouldn't have happened. Not in this particular predicament. See, oftentimes we want people to send us money. We want people to answer the phone, put money on the phone. We want people to write us and basically stop their lives to come and reward us for being in prison. Not to say that you're in prison, you shouldn't get any sort of support or anything like that. But I'm just saying, those people, his people, got in a bad car accident, man. Car wreck on the highway. Coming to see him in prison. And 4 of them didn't make it. I want to say his brother, his mother, a couple of kids, all got unalived in that accident. You imagine the guilt that you would have? Situations that we all put ourselves in and put our families in when we go to prison, man. I want y'all to, I'm going to leave y'all with that. I want y'all to think about that. Somebody's coming to see you in prison and they get in a bad accident and don't make it, man. These are my love shades, man. So I wear them because it represents love. I got like 15 per of them, different colors. People, oh man, what's up with the shades, Kenz? These are the love shades, man. That's what the world needs more of. Love, sweet love, instead of all this hate, man. Believe y'all with that, man. You know what I mean? Real Kenz TV. Might hit y'all with another live tomorrow. I don't know. I might or might not. I'm coming live, man. Coming live and direct. Trying to get to 50,000 subscribers this year, man. So I got to put in more work. It can be done, but I got to put in the work. Losing loved ones, going out of their way to come and see me, yeah, it did mess him up, man. It definitely did, man. He was messed around. And you know what's so crazy about that? The same individual, about 6 months later, he gets a call, security again. His brother gets unalived. Him and his brother was close like this. 2 years apart. His brother was in a street game. He gets unalived while he's in prison. Then he gets out, stays out 4 or 5 years, has a good job up in Louisville. I forgot where he worked at. I think Ford or somewhere. Catches like 15 years in the feds because he don't leave the street game alone. Then his mother passes away while he's in the feds. Talk about the, I'll answer this last question because it is Q&A. Talk about the money lost when catching a case. Man, you're going to lose, shoot. It depends. You're going to lose a lot. You're going to lose a lot, but it depends on where you have your money at. You got some money, you better keep that money not in one spot. I know one dude, man, he was on the phone, and this was back when cell phones weren't as, common as they are now in prison. Feds caught him. He ended up getting 16, 17 years in the feds. He's on the phone. All phone calls are subject to being monitored. He's trying to tell his people that he really, really trusts, but he's speaking in code. But the thing about it is, them people are not stupid. They can understand exactly what you're speaking of. $2 million he had in the wall. His story is a known, documented story. $2 million he had in the wall. They went and took that money. All over a phone conversation. So the point that I'm making is, a lot of people say, man, I'll never keep my money where I'm at. A lot of people, and they work where they at. A lot of people are just saying that because it's the common thing to say. All actuality, where else you gonna keep it at that you really, really just trust? Keep it at your mom's house, but do you have siblings? Do you have cousins? Do you have people that coming in and out of the house? See, your money, you're never really gonna feel comfortable unless your money's with you, especially when you're dealing with large sums of money. 50,000, 60,000, 100,000, 200,000, whatever it may be that you have. Police pull you over, they get you, they catch whatever's on you, a couple thousand. Take your work, they go back to your crib. Maybe the crib ain't in your name, maybe they don't know where this particular house is at or whatever, maybe they do. Depends on how much you have at that house. You got the bond out. Lawyer's gonna tax you. Lawyer already know what you're working on based on what type of case that you done caught. Lawyer gonna want 20, 30,000, maybe more. But but you're gonna pay that. So you're gonna pay a $25,000 bond. You're gonna pay your lawyer 25 G's. He's probably gonna juice you for some more money while you out. So now you out. They done found 15, 20,000 at the house. Now you out. You trying to get back. You trying to, get your weight back up. A lot of times, you end up catching another case. Then when you catch that other case, well, this lawyer is only representing you on this case. He want another 15, 20,000 to represent you on this other case. So you got the money to pay him. So you done ended up paying your lawyer 50, 60,000 to get you 10 years. Do 20% of your time. Get you 10 years, but you've been able to do 18 months of that time or 15 months of that time on house arrest on the ankle monitor, so it counts towards your time for parole, your parole eligibility. Good lawyer makes all the difference in the world. And if you can pay your lawyer 50, 60,000, he gonna work for you, won't work with you. So by the time you go back in, you may have some money because you still in the game, you still selling while you're on house arrest. So you done probably built your money back up. You go in with 180,000, 75,000, depending on, how you doing out there. But then you in prison, you ain't trying to eat in the chow hall, you a big dog. You can only spend $125 a week. That ain't gonna allow you to eat the way that you want to eat. So you find this dude over here, hey bro. Find somebody that, trust, that's not, they don't got nobody sending them anything. More people gonna put, 125, 150 a week on your books, man. I'm gonna give you a store list, get me this. Then you getting your own items from your own commissary or whatever. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whenever you want to eat. You never got to go to the chow hall. But you spending $250 a week. You staying on the phone. Again, this is before the cell phones was like it. Most people got phones now in prison. Well, I'm not gonna say most, but a lot of people. But you staying on the phone. You're trying to keep up with every move your girl's making. Phone calls, $2 a call. You probably spending $30 a day on the phone calling your girl, but that ain't nothing. Because you got all this money you done made, and when it's all said and done, you give a lot of that money back to the system. Whether it's commissary, whether it's, whatever the case may be, lawyers, money that police take, fine, people gonna rob you, steal from you. Give a lot of that bread back. That's what them lawyers do to you, bro. The more that they know that you got, the more they're gonna try to take from you, man. Well, I need another 5,000. Damn, you need another $5,000? Oh, you want me to file this motion? I need another 2,500. Come on, bro. It's a dirty game. Lawyers, they want their money too. They trying to get paid. Hopefully you got a girl that's really, really down for you. I done seen situations where the girl done ran off with the money. Dude was locked up. Left about 60,000 in the safe at his girl's crib. Wasn't even his girl's. Matter of fact, dude wasn't even locked up. He was in and out of town. Had about 60 bands in a girl's that he was messing with. Mike used to mess with her. Left it in her safe. The baby's daddy caught wind of that safe being there. He didn't know how much was in there, but he knew that who she messed with, and she knew, well, he knew that he probably had some serious cash and maybe some work in there. He wasn't for sure. He calls his son one day. Hey, son, come to the store. Meet me at the store. Son wasn't number like 9, 10 years old. Okay, Dad. Don't lock the door, though. Just don't even worry about just meet me at the store. He tells his son to meet him at the store. As I already mentioned, when his son leaves the house, he's around the corner, like, of the house. Him and his partner, they run in. It's kind of a heavy safe. They run in, grab the safe, leave, take the whole safe, man. Dude, once he catches wind of it, he's ready to unalive everybody in the house. This dude was a violent dude too. He wasn't really no fighting type dude, but he was known for, he gonna shoot you, he gonna stab you. Come to find out, baby's daddy had taken the safe and went back to Mississippi. $60,000 gone. Dirty game, man. People know it's cash. People know you got some money. You better not tell them. You better keep that to yourself, man. You better keep that to yourself if you got some cash, man, because people know you got 10,000, they coming. Let alone 50, 60, 100,000, man, they coming, man. They coming. And they're spare no expense when it comes to that money, man, that bread, that skrilla, that cornbread, and that cabbage, man. It's been real. Appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight. Again, I'm going to start to go live a lot more. We're going to get this channel. We're going to get my numbers up. We're going to do it together. And thank you all, man. I definitely appreciate it. The Cash App is $KENZ 1000, $KENZ as in zebra 1000, just in case you want to support the channel. And this video will go live. Well, it will be posted, rather. I don't know, maybe tonight, probably within the next hour or so. So the individuals that didn't have an opportunity to catch the live, they will have an opportunity to listen to some of these prison stories. And hopefully everybody enjoys, man. Real Kenz TV, man. It's definitely been a pleasure. It's been real. But I'm out.